I'm just going to read up until the part, because I just have to do my thank you, so I'll read up until that.
Okay.
When I think about my time at Voyagers, memories of being told that I can flood my head. I think these I can moments are the most important part of any successful education. I still clearly remember my first day at Voyagers. As my dad drove me up to the school for the first time, I said out loud to him, "What the hell is this place?" I remember every morning how I felt before I had to go to school in public school, and as the bus would pull up and I felt like, oh, I really don't want to be here. But with Voyagers, you know, maybe on a Monday morning it's a little rough, but when you get in here, it's great. You don't have to worry about things like that. It's a lot of fun. As soon as I walked into the school, I was graced with an electric burst of energy, a type of energy I wasn't expecting to feel in a school. It felt inspiring, exciting, and most importantly, fun. And these weren't words I would normally associate with how I felt about school and education in general at the time.
We do see them nervous and a little apprehensive because new things make people nervous. But they do come in and they kind of absorb and they observe, and then we do see them opening up. And then they truly open up so you can see who they are, and their curiosity comes forward, and then you can see the type of thinker they are, asking questions and very excited. And they start to form some relationships and start to make friends, and they fit into the mold, so you kind of see how they would fit into the community.
My daughter was she had gone to private schools for many years and switched to a local public school. But she used to not get great grades.
He was in the public schools beforehand, straight through, kindergarten through third grade, and I honestly just wasn't happy with the way that public schools were teaching. It was very, here's information, regurgitate the information, move on to the next piece of information. I didn't feel that there was much true learning happening, because it was basically just take in information, never using it, never learning how to think, which I know, when you're talking about third graders, that's a lot to expect, but it just seemed like that was never going to end.
Families come in and they take a tour. They see what we have to offer. We speak about our program and our philosophy. We are a progressive school, toddlers through grade 12. So as we're touring, we're getting to know the families are asking questions, we're explaining each of our programs. Then we sit down and spend some more time discussing their wants and their needs and what it is that they're looking for and what it is that their child is looking for, what do they hope to accomplish. Then we go through the nitty-gritty. We talk about the calendars, we talk about tuition, and we talk about the process, the application process, if they are going to apply for index tuition, that process as well. And then we invite the student to come spend 2 days with us in the classroom so they get a good feel of who we are, how things flow, if it is a fit for them, and it gives us the opportunity to get to know the child as well, and if it truly is a good fit.
I just remember coming here, and he spent 2 days visiting. That's part of the process. You do your application, and you come in, and you spend 2 days in the classroom, and Cameron wanted to come back. And just having him want to go to school, having him be somewhere where he felt good being himself. And I think that's something that's really lacking in a lot of, not just children. I think a lot of people just aren't happy being themselves simply because they're expected to fit, you're a square peg, but here's the round hole. My kid's a square peg, and here they're just going to cut a different shaped hole, and he gets to go on through and learn everything he needs to learn and become the person he is and should be. Like, it really truly is a place where the students can become their best selves.
All in my first day, I had an open discussion about the effects of racism and prejudice on society in humanities class. I dissected a giant fish in science class. And in Rich's coding class, I was guided across the yard with my eyes closed by people I just met in order to find a ball.
I made an appointment with my daughter. We came here and took a tour around, and I left it in my daughter's hands. I said, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to give it a try? You'll be with other students. The classroom size is very small. It seems like a caring environment. So she said yes. And for the last 2 years, she has absolutely blossomed.
I'm an alumni of Voyagers Community School, and when I was a student here, it was like nowhere else I'd ever been. I would say bring your child here and do a 2-day visit, and I think your child will resoundingly give you their answer about what they want, because almost every student who's ever gotten here has loved it and demanded it of their parents.
By the time I got back into the car to go home, I was begging my dad to enroll me now rather than waiting till next school year. By the end of my first day of Voyagers, I already knew that this school was different. Rather than trying to control kids and keep them in line, they teach kids to love learning and exploring. From the very start, everyone I've encountered at Voyagers has made sure that I know that I can. The person you see standing in front of you today is a different person than the 15-year-old that started here 3 years ago. But the personal transformation I've undergone during my time at this school is only partially due to hard work on my part. I could not have gotten to where I am today without the people who have motivated me, cared for me, and most importantly, believed in me all along. Rich, Katie, Karen, Larry, Tara, and Debbie, and all the other teachers I've had over the years at Voyagers. You've instilled me with a sense of relentless curiosity, a curiosity that has led me to want to learn as much as I possibly can about myself, others, and the world we live in. And for that, I thank you.